What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Jumping right into some more Marvel Future Fight content, specifically this 9-year anniversary. So let's jump right in. Two things I want to talk to you about inside this video. Let's start off with the one, which is the secret shop event. This one is going to require you to spend a lot of your crystals. Basically, you're going to be purchasing crystals from the shop, probably 20,000, and using them all inside of here to basically unlock this bingo board and basically get these. Basically, you can see here, these are the items that are going to basically rotate every so many minutes inside here. You can see items refresh in 2 minutes. This is going to be the item list of items that are basically available, will appear randomly. Each item's chance is the same. Items will refresh after set times. The items will refresh instantly upon purchasing all three. So basically what you're doing is purchasing an item so that way you can unlock a bingo slot on the board. What you're hoping for is to get the static rows across and then fill out the bingo board so that way you can have access to the CTP, which also includes the CTP of Conquest, which is nice, right? Now, the total rewards across the landscape, you know, the bingo 5-star collection is going to be that Selector CTP, a 5-star artifact, a mighty CTP, the 9-year anniversary, a 6-star artifact selector, a brilliant CTP, and a 6 sword of the unknown. So it's like it's a selector. It's the event. So you basically get to choose any one of them that are already maxed out at their, you know, their respective stat. Those are going to be the rewards overall for the game. Now, I have to tell you that it is going to be a very expensive reward for the game. So you're basically looking at, like I said, probably anywhere between 15 and 25,000 crystals that you're going to need for the event. You can see, like, you could try to go the easy route of being like, hey, I'm just going to purchase, you know, a CTP of reforging, and it's only 100 crystals, and that gets you a slot on the board. And then you can kind of, you know, okay, well, I'm going to try to purchase out the lowest amount. You know, you're going to probably look at some of them and be like, oh, LightSpeed, you know, then I can use that, or X gene selectors, and, you know, you'll miss out. Like, some of these aren't worth purchasing basically overall. So I'm trying to talk to you guys so that way we can see the item refresh countdown. But my whole thing being with the bingo selector is that it's literally one of those things where it's like, this is literally done for the whales of whales. So if you're not a whale, don't try to basically spend your way into this. Don't try to think that you're going to get lucky by, you know, specifically choosing a specific row or something like that, and that you're unlocking rewards there. Trust me, guys, it's probably not the thing that you want to do. Like, you can see here where it's like going, like, just, this is probably better that you ignore this than it is that you continue on the path to this. Like, trust me, it's not a good thing. So other than the secret shop, you know, for the bingo board, they do have a craft event that I wanted to talk to you guys about because I think it's really cool. So overall, inside this new craft event, you can unlock Titan records, and you notice here is basically like 900,000 gold basically, and some of the Norn stones of whatever that, you know, you can basically use those in order to unlock combat books. So if you're in need of Titan records and stuff like that, then this is a good place to basically capitalize on getting some. You can see that the craft count basically is just 1 of 1. So that's good. Other than that, I'm really more excited about the tickets. So for 10,000, you can basically net your 10,000. So over the like of that's like, I'm bad at math, guys. Basically, you can max out at you know, to get, you know, 100 of these tickets for 1 million gold, and 90,000 of your clear tickets to basically get 100 of these tickets. Highly worth it. I would 100% suggest doing this. This is basically going to net you additional rewards inside of dimension missions. So it's one of those things that I would highly suggest that, yeah, you definitely craft into those events. The other ones for the book records is highly dependent upon, you know, your current inventory for books. It's not worth it for me necessarily. I just rather kind of grind that out and just be done with it. You know what I mean? Next up, they have the 9-year crafting event chest. So it's 100,000, and then you got to use 90 of your clear ticket here. And basically what this is going to unlock is your ability to collect some tier 3 type materials. And, you know, with any luck, you'll maybe get a tier mega advancement ticket, or you know, like the tier 2 advancement ticket, or even a mega 6 or upgrade ticket. To be perfectly honest, I'd rather receive the essences, the celestials, more than any of the tier 3 materials or the gold. So not, like I said, obviously not a bad thing to basically choose inside of there. It's the daily count for this one, so you're able to do this every day. Like I said, I told people in one of my other videos, more than likely you're just going to receive gold, black antimatter, and north stones. That seems to be the general gimmick with this. So you can see here that these are set crafts. These right here are daily crafts, so you're able to come back inside here every day and basically do that. So overall, a good event that I'm really happy that they added. Getting 100 hidden tickets for 1 million gold, not a bad thing at all. Loving it. Thank you, Marvel Future Fight, for that. We also have the Shield Data Archive event that's inside of here. You're going to be able to collect these trophies immediately from the you'll get 10 of them basically from your inbox. They're basically gonna have them there, so you can see basically is one trophy, and you're gonna get, like, they're gonna give you the 10, and then you just combine those inside of there, and you got your 10 trophies, and it's gonna unlock your shield. So there goes the trophy event. That's gonna unlock you and net you, you know, your your essence of dimensions and get you on your way. The other items like your medals, you'll have to farm these from Dimension Mission, and then these right here, I think these were the dispatch missions. So be prepared that you're gonna need energy essentially to farm both Dimension and those. Now, the really cool thing about completing the 9-year anniversary special gift is that you're going to get tier 3 materials. You'll get this really cool Hero's Fate. I remember this Hero's Fate from the cover of one of the Civil Wars. I can't remember which Civil War comic. I know I have it in my collection of Captain America. And then even better, you're going to be able to collect this, which is a tier 2 selector ticket. I can't, you know, no complaints about that at all. I don't know if the update has kind of messed up, but you're going to get a tier 2. And now this is a premium selector. So it's different than like your Transcendent or your because you're going to be able to select from a number of premium characters. And what I want to do is go over the list of some of these premium characters and what you could select. So let's take a look at some of the characters overall. So number one, we've got Carnage over here. This is going to be a great character, especially if you have his if you have his artifact inside there. Really great character. Can't complain enough. Hyperion has no value in my opinion outside of Shadowland, so this is an easy skip. Satana recently received a uniform update, and I really liked her angel uniform. It was a April's uniform, so unfortunately it's not going to be available to you. She's a great add to your roster if you need that 70% fire leadership, if you have the likes of Jean Grey or even Ghost Rider and don't have the likes of maybe Ghost Panther or Robbie Reyes to basically help boost him. Clea has not received her just due in this game, and she really should. Enchantress is another one of those good support type characters for which you should basically select. We've got Ironheart, but Ironheart still hasn't received her television show or her just due from anything, so you basically have her in a support type character with her uniform from the Black Panther movie. But other than that, there's not a whole lot. Kid Kaiju, skip. Agent Venom has some viability in the game in terms of what his passive support is, and that's pretty much where it ends. Cyclops, being a tier 2 premium character, you can get this character from other places. Don't select them. Storm, same. Get them from other places. Don't use it there. Beast, same. Rogue, same. Spider-Man 2099, while it was a great uniform that they basically gave him from the, Across the Spider-Verse. Was it Across the Spider-Verse? Ends of the Spider-Verse movie. Easy skip. If you need to pass a support, you can't go wrong with Valkyrie basically sitting inside there. So really nice add to the character pool. Quasar, Avril Kincaid, skip. I don't think that, even though she received some benefits here later, I don't really see a whole lot. We got X-23, and X-23 may receive some type of update, for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, but hard to say. Never go wrong with Luna Snow. She's just like, she's OG, man. Like, and they love this character. So I would not say skip out on selecting that tier 2 character at all. Killmonger, I don't even know why this dude is here. If you ever needed a rotation for a character basically pulling out of a selector, then this was it. Like, why he's still listed inside the tier 2 premiums, I have no clue. No clue. Magic, to be honest with you, I don't know why they have premium character, period. But Magic, another reason to basically pull her out. Colossus, she'll get some use out of him, especially if you're playing timeline battle, otherworld battle. He's constantly in the flux for PvP, so never a complaint for him there. Angel, get him from other places, like just not worth the superior premium character. Ghost, easy skip. Wasp, Nadia Van Dyne, easy skip. Domino, at the moment, easy skip. Phantom X, easy skip. Ghost Panther probably has the highest values inside of here as literally selectors. I would not pass up on that character. Weapon Hex, skip. Gambit, Nightcrawler, these are easy skip type characters. Unfortunately, maybe they'll receive uniform updates at some point. Sentinel, easy skip. Crescent should be receiving an update, given that the dev note did tell us that the hero polling event was basically what they're going to use to update characters in the future. So therefore, she's probably gonna have something there. Victorious, skip. This is a character that was meant to support Dr. Doom, and unfortunately has fallen off. Like, Dr. Doom still hasn't received a tier 4 inside this game, which is just whatever. Nick Fury has received a recent update, but you know, he's a support type character, so in that regard, yeah, he's a premium character you probably should have inside your roster. But at tier 3, where we're really battling inside World Boss Legend tier 4 type character stuff, he might have lost, you know, the big, you know, the what so what factor inside the game. Just being honest with you guys. Warpath, easy skip. Juggernaut, easy skip. Rescue, easy skip. Bishop, skip. Jubilee, skip. Electro, skip. Namor is a really great character. You know, I have seen some people who have piloted Namor with some serious damage. I remember watching a video back maybe about 2-3 months ago. It had to be about the beginning of this year, where somebody was showing mechanics to Namor. I think it might have been Beast, showing mechanics to using Namor, and how we were probably using him wrong, and you could eke out a whole lot more damage basically inside ABL with him. High suggestion value basically there. Kitty Pryde, while she received the uniform recently and she's a great leadership type character, that's about the ends of it, so I wouldn't put her high up on my list, but she's definitely inside there. Kid Omega, Shadowland type character, unfortunately hasn't had it very much. Arrow, skip. Slapstick, this is another one of those Killmonger type characters. Like, they need to have a rotation pool of characters that just rotate out of the premium character selector. Sunbird, you know, he sits in the same pool as Kid Omega for me, where it's basically like a character that I need for ABL, so that way I don't use Jean Grey when we get to that stage where I have to choose a Phoenix Force character to basically battle that stage. Baron Zemo, good leadership support, but otherwise, yeah, skip. Mr. Sinister, hate to say it, man, I want this dude to get love so bad, but they just refuse. Easy skip. Yelena Belova is going to be a hard one to tell you skip, because we know that Florence Pugh is going to be reprising the role in Thunderbolts, and therefore you're probably going to see her get an update, possibly even a tier 4 when that movie releases, so hard to tell you skip on that. Phyla-Vell has a decent support, but otherwise skip. Red She-Hulk, easy skip. Dazzler, easy skip. Thane just received a tier 3 upgrade, and it's a really nice kit, really nice work that they did for it, but I'm going to remove my bias. I was really excited when they were introducing this character. Skip. Morbius, skip it, just like you should skip watching the movie, because it was a complete waste of time. Spider-Woman, I don't want to say skip, because the uniform that they gave her for Into the Spider-Verse is pretty decent, but she's not at the top of the list of characters you should be selecting. Ares, skip. Daken, skip. Icarus was a great character when they introduced him. I just don't think that the Eternals are going to get any more love. I really don't. I think they're going to fall off hard. So in that regard, I'm going to tell you skip. Spectrum, great character kit, is just, she's not getting the love. If you know, you know. Wenwu. Why they do this to my man? They made him this, they didn't give him his update, didn't give him his due, didn't make him powerful. I mean, for real, guys, skip. Echo. So we just got a T4 in Echo, and I don't want to tell you it was bad. It's not good. I really like the character. I like the character in the comics. I like the character in the MCU. Unfortunately, there's no just due here inside Marvel Future Fight, even though she just received a T4 literally the week before this update begins. In that regard, I'm not going to say skip, but she's definitely not in the top of the characters that you would select from your premium. Toxin, skip. M'Baku, they literally introduced a tier 2 premium character that can't even go transcendent, doesn't even have a tier 3, and all the reason for skip. But you know what? It's always pointed. If you know, then you know. Polaris. So Polaris has a great leadership support type character basically inside the game at this point. So not a hard pass, not a hard skip. Cassie Lang, skip. We'll have to wait and see what they do with Spot when we get across this, whatever the new Spider-Verse movie is going to be called. I can't remember what it is. I'm really excited about the movie, but I can't remember what it is. But Spot was a pretty decent entry into the list. I just don't know where they're going with the character, so we'll have to see that. Omega Red got introduced to the game, and while I love the character design and I love the kit, skip. Like there's no viability for him. It was crazy because they introduced him as tier 2 and then they literally turned around with the mid-month and then tier 3'd him. She just did from the beginning. I think it was a cop-out so that way they didn't have to introduce another tier 3. Sylvie was a great introduction. We all wanted Sylvie. She's tier 3 character. Loki basically. Why they didn't tie her to his hip and basically tier 3 him, tier 3 her, tier 4 him, tier 4 her, I don't know. But that's where the love affair basically ended. So easy skip. Kahori, yeah, she's a great character design. I liked her inside Disney Plus in terms of what we got presented, but just not a whole lot of meat on that bone, so skip. Exodus, they introduced him to lackluster fanfare. Like, that's the best way I could say about it. Exodus basically failed on every dimension that I would expect him to fail on. Like, he should have succeeded in terms of being a powerhouse of the game. He should have succeeded in probably being a native tier 3. He should have succeeded in so many things because we know what Exodus represents inside of the not the MCU, but inside of the Marvel comics. But he got none of that love. In that regard, like, we basically leveled him up and I haven't used him since. Skip. Wendell Vaughn Quasar. So the dude came back to the game just like he came back to life in the comics, and guess what? Not with a whole lot of fanfare. It was basically like, hey, introduce the character inside the inside the series, and guess what? I haven't had a reason to level him up again. So in that regard, it's probably going to be an easy skip. So like that's the problem with a lot of the toon type collector games, is that characters basically you'll see them fall off. There's only going to be so many characters that you need to basically play with, and that's where a lot of the love affair is going to basically begin and end. So of the list of characters that I think that you probably should be using your tier 2 premium selector on, Luna Snow would probably be at the top of the charts, especially because you can take her to tier 4. Ghost Panther would basically still be in my top 5 of characters, followed by probably Colossus, and then I would round it out with my top 5 maybe being I would have to go with Polaris and Yelena Belova. I want to say, like, I could eke out Polaris and Polaris and Yelena Belova. Honorable mention goes to Kitty Pryde just because of her leadership support that she has inside the game, and then Echo because she can go to T4, so she'll have far more use on your roster in terms of basically playing World Boss Legend content in the game. Specifically Black Swan, so you could power up on those things. It's just that, like, there's not a whole lot of fanfare, and the kit wasn't really like designed well, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, there should be more to it, but I definitely think Luna Snow should top your charts 100%. Take a look at those. Another honorable mention being Carnage inside there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Every time you guys do, it really helps me get closer to the goal of bringing you guys more content on a more recurring basis. Until next time, guys, peace.